Position.
It's Wednesday the 25th of the 3rd, 2009. Today we've got a special guest, Keith Galloway, an ex-student. He attended Maris Cogra from 1998 to 2003 and he's currently an NRL player with the West Tigers.
I went to St Thomas Moores at Primary Sands since kindergarten to year 6, and then as most boys do at that school, we went on to Cog Maris.
And it got impressions when you arrived in year 7?
Yeah, just you know, looking forward. Finally, there was some better food in the tuck shop and that sort of things, and there was you know, a lot more kids, and I was excited because I could play sports at school. So primary school we couldn't really play sports, so that was a big thing. Yeah.
And from your early years, let's say year 7, year 8, what can you remember from those years?
Yeah, you were actually one of my teachers in year 7 at PE. Champagne Day, yeah. Champagne Day was a big day. I think we came in mufti and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, that was one of the things I remember from year 7.
And moving through, you obviously played rugby league all the way through, and that was a big part of your time here. What are your memories from sport at the college?
Yeah, well, playing footy. I played footy every year while I was at the school, and some of the boys I played footy with at school are my best mates still today, and every Thursday it was something to look forward to. Not only footy, we played touch football in the summer and stuff like that, but yeah, I love my sport here.
So you play league, touch, any other representation?
Don't think so. I think I might have tried swimming in year 7, but I couldn't really swim, so...
Senior years, thoughts, impressions, memories, retreats, those sort of things, funny stories, anything from your senior years that you can remember?
Yeah, you know, it was probably the most joyful years of my schooling, year 11 and year 12. You know, the studying was important, but you know, you had plenty of last minute on a few retreats, a few funny things happened, probably.
Representative sport. You represented the CCC and the Australian School was in rugby league. Your thoughts and memories of those experiences?
Yeah, I was honoured to do that while I was at school. Yeah, I found it a privilege when I was in year 11. I got to travel overseas, go to England and France with the schoolboys, and I was grateful for the school for giving me the time off and things to do that. So,
some memories of some teachers here at Cogra?
Yeah, in year 11 and 12 we had one maths teacher, Mr. Scarley. He, you know, I had a few mates in my year in maths, and his textbook seemed to go missing every week, and he had to keep getting a new one, and I knew he took it every week. It was one of my good friends, big soul. So, Scarley, you wonder where your textbooks went? That's where it went.
Nice. And you mentioned year 11 and 12. In year 12, you actually made your first grade debut at the Cronulla Sharks. What were your memories of that experience?
Yeah, pretty. Happened all of a sudden. I wasn't really expecting to play first grade, but the Sharks were struggling a little bit that year, and Chris Anderson called me out of school to play the last 8 games of the year, and my first game was against the Warriors, and back then they had a real big forward pack, were pretty feared, but it's a great honour and that sort of stuff, but it just came and went pretty quick.
And from my memory here at school, you had a few things going in that week, some journalists,
yeah,
newspapers and TV coming out. Can you remember those sort of things?
Yeah, all the boys used to give me a ribbing about it, that sort of stuff, but yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, to be honest, you know, like trying to come to school and do the normal thing, but you know, having like a media camera come in and film you and that sort of stuff, and they even came into my maths class, and yeah, it was Scully again.
And we'll go on to what you've achieved after school. Can you give us a little bit of a background or a little bit of an insight on what you've done since?
Yeah, I was graded with the Sharks when I was in year 12, played there for about 3 or 4 years, and then since then I've been at the West Tigers for 3 years, and I love my football there, and you know, hopefully we can finally make the semi-finals and go on to bigger and better things.
I suppose we'll just wrap it up with your overall impressions of the school, like your thoughts and what you think the school stands for, and things you remember and hold fondly about the school.
Yeah, I love my time here. You know, I've got plenty of mates. You know, I think a lot of you boys might be upset about not having girls at the school, but I really believe that if you go to school with boys, you become really good mates with them and stuff like that. And you know, even the discipline and stuff like that, you might take it for granted, but later on in life, it's really important because you sort of teach you life skills that you need for future sort of jobs and stuff like that.